Yeah, because we're seeing all of this new housing out here.
Yeah.
All right, if they're gonna roll their insurance rates into their mortgages,
Yeah,
and
usually
where are they getting their insurance?
Yeah.
If they're buying.
yeah, have you asked them for their insurance this way, or?
I have not, but
Yeah,
obviously I can't ask the real estate developer as to where it's coming from, but,
Yeah,
well, somebody's selling them insurance.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely ask about that, because a lot of times I go to these areas and they're not building because they can't get insurance. Or, I mean, realtors too, you know what I mean? Like, they can't sell homes. I was a big bear at a realtors meeting that I was afraid. And, yeah, they're like, we can't even sell here because of, you know,
We have developers that
Yeah.
already want to build about this right down here, and that almost burned in the rainbow fire.
Yeah.
All right, they've got to be in a fire zone right there.
Yeah.
How are they gonna plan to sell those ones if they can't get insurance?
Most of a lot of the mortgage-placed insurance is through carriers that only do that for the mortgage companies now. So, like Balboa, they used to contract with XYZ Mortgage, okay? And they would provide the insurance. It's at a higher cost than if they had provided it to you directly. But a lot of those companies now are pulling out and only going to the mortgage companies. So it just depends on whether or not they're comfortable. Their rates will reflect the risk, just like everybody else. But they have an exclusive deal with attractive homes, like over there in Winchester, along Dominoni, and those all got up to hills. And it's like, who the heck's going to insure that? Your regular carriers will insure that. But those companies that are butted up with Century National is another one, that they have a relationship with the developers. You may get insurance for 1 year through them, and then you might get kicked loose. So it's not a for sure thing, and it is costly, and it's less common now than it used to be.
Yeah, well, most of my neighbors are paying less than $1,000 a year, you know, for 20-acre lots. And, that's 4 times, I pay 4 times that.
Yeah, and you know, they talk about California Fair Plan. I just got kicked out of my insurance company, so I've got a quote, matter of fact, that I'll be getting tomorrow or the next day with California Fair Plan. And it's actually a little bit less than I was paying before. So that plus the VIC is a little bit more, but not earth-shattering. So California Fair Plan isn't really that bad.
It depends who you ask.
I guess so.
I mean, people either like, thank you, I have it, or people are like, I hate it. It goes either way, you know what I mean?
Well, I think the biggest downside to California Fair Plan.
Yeah.
It's the property owning it. It doesn't
So
insure.
that doesn't
personal
insure, yeah.
You have to have a secondary
Very
policy.
interesting.
For liability, for people on your
Yes,
property,
yes.
and for possessions. So you have to add to the initial fair plan, you have to add an umbrella that covers you for all the other things that are there.
Yeah, and that's not even really that bad either. I mean, I was kind of amazed if you just take a higher deductible and have it for the big stuff. You know, insurance used to be for every little thing that happened, and you can't look at it that way anymore because.
A lot of people insure the ground. You know,
Well, a lot of
ground
people
doesn't burn
insure
up.
with a little deductible, a little out-of-pocket expense. Well, this is your investment in your property, so you take a bigger deductible, you get your premium down, and it becomes a little more reasonable, because that's what there is. Yeah, you know, California Fair Plan goes, we're done with you. We're not going to do this anymore. They don't have to, am I correct? Correct.
No, I'm pretty sure that it's like insurance will last resort. I'm pretty sure they insure everybody. It can be a high cost, but
It can be a high cost, and they can also, based on the risk, they can also decline you. If they come out and do an inspection and don't like what they see, and you don't fix what they don't like, they don't have to keep you, correct?
that's a really good question. I will get that answered for you. I haven't heard that yet.
Yeah, they go out and do an inspection and say, the trees are too close to your house, you have debris on your roof,
Yeah.
anything that,
Yeah.
any adverse thing that
Mhm.
they don't like. I mean, they can come out and say that, and if you don't mitigate what they say, they can say, See ya.
But the fire people say that too. Fire marshals when we come.
Well, I was gonna say, I lost my house last year through the fire, and I have an insurance company, and they pulled out of California. However, what they've said is, I can't get a new policy really to increase the value of my home. I have a new home now, but they're keeping me under the old policy. So that they're still covering me under the old policy, which I'm happy about.
Yeah,
For what some of them tell you with insurance is, they will cover you for what your mortgage loan is. But if you want to raise your coverage, you have to have it reappraised.
yeah,
And then they'll raise it and give you
yeah.
coverage. Like Fillmore Road now in Santa Clarita, in that area, fair plan.
Yeah.
They're closing down all the policies for all property owners over there.
Yes. I'm hearing all.
Yeah, well, my friend came out and she said, I don't have any insurance anymore except for now I have a California fair plan. They just pulled my insurance.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate, I still have the one I have on my property.
Yeah, and it's wild going out.
And that's foremost through AAA.
Yeah, and they'll say like, well, I was canceled, but then my neighbor across the street still has it, you know? And that's always interesting to hear as well. Like it's sad, you know, sometimes when we go, like, I just hope every renewal, I'm like holding my breath, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hoping we don't get canceled.
Well, and they have a moratorium for 1 year after the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, that 1 year's up.
Yeah.
So that's why I got non-renewed, because
Yeah.
it's past that 1 year that they can't cancel you. But foremost is who canceled me, so.
That's the one I have.
I know, they're pulling out of California,
Well, thank them.
so,
They just raised my rent $1,000.
yeah.
Well,
They
State
didn't
Farm is
cancel
like,
me, they just raised
I
it,
have
jacked
State
it up.
Farm,
Yeah, I
they're
was
pulling
gonna
out
say,
a new policy.
Yeah, new policies, I was gonna say.
There's new policies, but
Yeah.
the existing policy that I have, which will cover actually what I have, they're keeping, I'm keeping it.
Well, I just wanted to give you my card really fast.
Okay, well, I guess it's.
Yeah.
Yep, I gotta go.
Everybody's abandoning shit.
Thank you for coming, yes. Toodaloo, guys.
Where did you get to
Boy, some
the
of people might have 15 minutes to make it.
Well, I guess
Okay.
thank you guys for coming.
Sorry, I just
If you have
wanted to
any
get
other
my card.
questions, let me know.
Thank you.